Yeah, it was delicious. Hey, I want to say thank you to the servers, the caterers who made this delicious food, served it to us. Let's give a big round of applause to our servers, please. All right, we are going to resume our program, and we want to keep things on time. We have some wonderful people to recognize tonight, and we have a wonderful family you're going to meet them and hear their story, and they're going to perform for you. It's going to be pretty amazing here. And we are here to celebrate Mercy Housing's history, 40 years of providing affordable homes. And so there are a lot of social determinants of health, and we have someone very special who can help us understand that a little bit better. Dr. Doug Judy is the current Mercy Housing trustee and the other co-chair for tonight's gala. Please give a warm welcome, Dr. Doug Judy.
This room is a lot bigger than I anticipated. So even as co-chair, you guys know that we expected about half this many, 2/3 of this many, so thank you all for coming. Thank you, Reggie, for introducing me and for running the evening. And I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight, along with Barry Zegas, my co-chair. We are thrilled with how this has gone. Connie Rule, as you heard, really kept us on target, and yes. So I'm particularly pleased to lead us into the next portion of our evening, which is going to focus on something near and dear to my heart, which is really health and housing. So as Reggie mentioned, I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of Mercy Housing, but my background is actually in pediatrics and in public health. In fact, I'm one of the only doctors on a board in housing or community development nationally. There's only a handful of us. So it's been really a privilege and an honor to be on the board for the last 8 years now. My first job when I finished my medical training was in a very low-income community. Unfortunately, at the time, and much to my surprise, I discovered that my medical training was really not what kept people healthy. By the way, I had like 26 years of education at that point, so it was a little unfortunate. But what I quickly realized is the limits of medical care really, I could provide antibiotics for an ear infection. I could check children's blood for anemia. But what I didn't know how to do was to provide my young patients with what really kept them healthy in the first place: a good home in a safe neighborhood with places to play and access to healthy food and decent jobs for their parents. These are the things that you heard Reggie mention are called the social determinants of health. That is the non-medical aspects of our lives that, if we're lucky enough to have them, keep us healthy. In the early days of my clinic, I had a little girl with lung disease who lived in an apartment with a landlord that refused to fix the broken window. I had a little boy that had a serious heart condition who struggled to make it to his cardiology appointments because his parents' car had broken down. They couldn't afford to fix it, and there was no reliable transportation. I spent a lot of time after my full days in clinic writing letters to the landlord or calling around to see if I could find a ride for the little boy to get to the cardiologist. I can tell you right here and right now that if those children lived in a Mercy Housing community, they would have not left that window broken and forced me as the doctor to call and beg for it to be fixed. Mercy Housing would not have let that young boy potentially miss his cardiology appointments. Mercy doesn't just provide housing and protect its community members. Mercy helps them overcome challenges, meet their goals, and aspire to their best possible lives. Over 10 years ago, I started a small national nonprofit organization called the Build Healthy Places Network. My team and I work across the country, and we help leaders and organizations in both healthcare and in housing and community development meet one another, partner, and work together. Because by joining forces, professionals in these fields can have a greater positive impact on the health and lives of the families that they work with. Having done this work for many years, I can safely say that Mercy is truly a national leader in the effort to better connect housing with healthcare, and not just as a service provider, but as an investment and real estate partner. Healthcare has really stepped up and is increasingly stepping up as an investment and real estate partner in this work. All of this is done in the support of families and individuals who live in their communities they serve. So I'm really pleased that so many of you here recognize the importance of housing and know that it is more than just the roof over your head. Housing is about health and the well-being of our residents. Housing is about safer and more stable lives for our families, seniors, and formerly homeless. And housing is about creating an opportunity-rich future for our children. So thank you again for joining us, and please join me for a video that we're going to watch about a few examples of Mercy's healthcare work. Thank you very much.
For 40 years, Mercy Housing has worked to create stable, vibrant, and healthy communities. We've developed and financed homes for over 150,000 people across the country, and we're now the largest nonprofit provider of affordable housing. We know that a stable home is the foundation that helps people access education, childcare, job opportunities, and economic security, the social determinants of health that impact every area of our lives. Through a variety of strategic healthcare partnerships, we are able to do so much together, like provide health and wellness services where people live, co-locate with federally qualified health centers, and even secure the land or capital donations that help build more affordable homes and vibrant communities.
We really value our partnerships with our contracting agencies. They provide things like health clinics for vaccines, for flu shots. They provide programming where our staff may not be able to, exercise classes, educational classes, whether for financial or other needs. Some of the partnerships that we have at Mercy Housing in relation to health and wellness is the Center for Trauma and Resiliency, and they have therapists that come on site once or twice a week. Aside from the one-on-one that they offer for our residents, they also do exercise classes like yoga and Zumba, but they also offer ear acupuncture, which is a big hit for our residents. We have partnerships with organizations that come to the property with trucks full of food, so there's always opportunities for food. Our residents live in hope because of all the programming and services that we provide. It gives them a sense that there's things that are better for them in the horizon.
Here in Atlanta, we have a critical shortage of affordable housing. And to do it in the way that Mercy Housing does it, I think is exactly the right way. What you need in terms of health is decent housing and then access to health care, which is not really available to everyone, but we want to make it available, particularly to people of low income. Mercy Care is a federally qualified health center, but our special mission is to the most vulnerable in our community. And we have a number of programs and services that are devoted to health care. Mercy Park is right on the same campus and probably maybe even 50 feet from our clinic. The clinic serves Mercy Housing residents by being a medical home for them. What we're realizing now as a medical facility is that we need partners. We need partners in order to serve the whole person, and that's really important.
Without safe and stable housing, it's nearly impossible for an individual or a family to be healthy. Mercy and Peace Health have been working together in both Northwest Washington and Southwest Washington for a little over 10 years. And our most recent work has been with the development of the Columbia Heights Apartments in Vancouver, Washington, in partnership with Mercy Housing. Peace Health donated land and about $2.4 million in capital to build the Columbia Heights apartments. Columbia Heights will have 69 apartments for workforce housing, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. So some of the things that we hope to work on with Mercy Housing in support of residents are scholarship programs where we can help support needs that are identified by new residents in this new community. We also have opportunity to provide scholarships to what's called the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which is the world's largest nutrition school. Health is housing and housing is health. You know, when we say that, we really think of housing as a primary social determinant of health. And I think the more organizations that are at the table doing that collaboratively, the better we can all serve our communities and help to support the health of the entire community.
Mercy Housing invests in, develops, and manages apartment homes in 41 states across the country. We have always recognized that health starts with home. We are proud of the partnerships that have helped us become an innovator in bringing health and wellness into affordable housing communities. Mercy Housing has been transforming the lives and neighborhoods we serve for 40 years. We invite you to join us for the next 40.
That's a wonderful video that captures what Mercy Housing does, and that saying health is housing and housing is health, I think that rings really true. You know, my parents in 1998, their house in Seguin, Texas got washed right off of the foundation in a flood. Fortunately, they weren't there at the time. They were gone for the weekend, but a flood came through and just the whole neighborhood got destroyed and their house got washed off. I mean, when we went there afterward, you could follow the trail in the water to see, though, there's the bathtub, there's the refrigerator, there's the toilets. You know, the whole house was destroyed. And so to be homeless suddenly, and you start to understand how much of our health, our well-being, our stability is in the home that we live in every day. And I think that many people find themselves in that position where their life has been swept out from under them. Their housing has been swept out, their jobs, their health, and Mercy Housing steps in to help stabilize and help them get back on their feet. And so I want to invite to the stage now Stephen B. Fitzgerald, who is the ESG Program Director of Bank of America Charitable Foundation. Please welcome.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you, Reggie. And I've always viewed you as the greatest Denver Bronco that ever played the game. So, but it's so good to be in person with everybody. You can feel the energy in the room, and I think all of us will agree that it gets a little tired seeing the Hollywood squares of meetings, and being in person and the energy tonight and going forward is so important. So I'm really thrilled to be here. And on behalf of Bank of America and our local Colorado market team, we really are thrilled to be with all of you this evening to celebrate Mercy Housing. As Reggie said, my name is Steve Fitzgerald, and I'm a program director in our ESG group, but specifically with our charitable foundation. And in that role, I've had the privilege to work with Mercy Housing for over a decade and see the great works and the impact that they deliver each and every day. At Bank of America, we're guided by a common purpose: to help make financial lives better through the power of every connection. And we deliver that through responsible growth. And you'll see that across our 8 lines of business. And really it comes with our commitment to serve not only our associates, our clients, but equally importantly, our communities. You'll see it in the inclusive workplace and supportive workplace for our associates. You'll see it in the products that we deliver to make financial lives better. And equally importantly, you'll see it in the work that we do in our communities. And of course, an important part of this is the strong partnerships that we form with leading nonprofits, advocacy groups to really help us create thriving communities together, inclusive communities that recognize the importance of equality, that recognize the importance of mobility. And so Bank of America and the foundation share the mission of Mercy, and that is to create pathways of economic mobility and create communities of health and vibrancy. We've heard this several times, and we'll hear this throughout the night. Safe, affordable housing leads to better health outcomes, better education opportunities, and of course, economic mobility. And as a result, families and their communities thrive. So that's why Bank of America is so committed to supporting Mercy Housing, one of the leaders in developing communities across the country, providing their residents, as we have all seen, the services to improve their lives and the lives of their families. I'm pleased to say that since 2005, Bank of America has partnered with Mercy Housing in over 31 communities, developing over 2,600 affordable housing units across the nation. Because we understand the importance of safe, decent, affordable housing. And we understand what that means for opportunity for individuals and families. And so that's part of our long-standing commitment, and a commitment that increases year after year. And I'm really pleased to say that we're forecasting in 2022 to finance over $6 billion in affordable housing. That's a significant investment. And that comes through partners like Mercy Housing. We cannot do that without their creativity, their innovation, and their ability to really create an impact at the local level. So congratulations on your 40th anniversary. Thank you for letting us be a part of that legacy. And we wish you all the success. Ismail and the team continue to do the great work. We know there's much work to be done. And I think Mercy allows us, as the hashtag says, to live in hope. So thank you very much. And I would now ask you to please direct your attention to the screen for a video of our first awardee. Thanks a lot, and have a great night.
How would I describe Adrienne? Well, first word that comes to my mind is passionate, particularly for those who are in need, whether it be housing, health. She's really devoted much of her career and now her retirement years in giving back to those causes that she holds so dear. And homelessness and hope in housing is certainly very high on her list of priorities.
Catherine McCauley, the founder of the Sisters of Mercy, once wrote, "Resolve to be good today, but better tomorrow." Adrienne is wonderful at putting things in perspective, recognizing accomplishments, and challenging an organization to do more.
To me, home is family. It's to extended family and families supporting each other. And so I kind of grew up particularly thinking about family coming together and caring for one another, but also in your life, reaching out and making a difference in other people's lives. I fell in love with the A, and I fell in love with banking, and I wound up spending 27 years doing that. By retiring early from Bank of America, it gave me the opportunity to do things that are very close to my heart. For the last almost 30 years, I've been on boards of organizations or ministries that are a part of the Sisters of Mercy. And so that for me was just such an eye-opener, to be on boards where most of the board members were women. You know, their orders had founded these organizations, and it's been so much fun to be with the sisters this long. I joke and say we've grown up together. It just was a wonderful experience working with Catholic organizations.
Well, we go way back almost 30 years, and we first met in a business relationship. She was the head of commercial banking with Bank of America in Sacramento, and I was the CFO of VSP Vision Care. And so business brought us together, And after a few meetings, I thought, this woman really has something special, and I want to become her friend. She is a master at putting people together. She's brought relationships to Mercy Housing, whether it be Dignity Health, whether it be the California Endowment, Mechanics Bank, Bank of America, just a few among many. And she was one of the first people, I think, that put together this concept of health and housing. Without housing, you don't have health. And so she has been instrumental in bringing healthcare partners to the table to advance our work at Mercy Housing. It's all about relationships and the power that we can achieve by coming together.
Adrienne is a great fit with Mercy Housing. She's dedicated her time, talents, and gifts to help and serve those who lack resources to access quality, safe housing. Her big heart is complemented by her financial insights, her strategic thinking, and her leadership.
Mercy Housing doesn't just build its own properties. It funds a lot of properties for other developers in other parts of the country. And it's just another way of using another facility to be able to create more affordable housing. So I love being on that. And I think they put me on there because I was a banker. And that was very similar to what I was accustomed to. And it was kind of fun to do these specialized funds. What amazes me with the properties is they're nestled all over in the cities and counties where we build them, and combine different income levels in some of our projects. If you look at Sunnydale, for example, but they're not just properties. We're building homes for people where people can have a sense of community, where they can have stability in their lives. That's the way it should be, and that's what I'm proud of. So I love that about Mercy Housing.
Her values are really in line with Mercy Housing values. And some of those that come to mind are a sense of dignity, a sense of social justice, racial equity, and also I think our mantra, which is home is hope.
She is so deserving of this award, and this has been a part of her life. Thank you for all that you have done for our ministry. Especially thank you for the work that you have done for and with Mercy Housing.
Thank you, Adrienne. You are truly a guardian angel.
Good evening. How do you follow that video? So in reflecting on what to say about Adrienne this evening, I asked myself, where do I begin? The theme of a valiant woman kept coming to mind, so I took a little poetic license and paraphrased a passage from the book of Proverbs. Who shall find a valiant woman? Who shall find a woman of strength? A pearl of great price is Adrienne. All who know her have confidence in her and benefit from her wisdom and expertise. She initiates good every day of her life. She does not neglect the ordinary and willingly rolls up her sleeves when need arises. She can rise early and organize the tasks of her day, like reading and studying numerous board packages. She's a diligent worker and is aware of her inner resources and strength. Adrienne has a strong core. She enters wholeheartedly into even the menial tasks, knowing that every deed makes a difference. She opens her heart and her purse to those in need. She is generous and is committed to changing systems that keep people entrapped. She does not neglect her family's needs and knows how to prioritize and balance the many demands of her time. And I'm happy to welcome her family here this evening. She's known for her dignity and strength and can laugh at herself. She speaks with wisdom and names the truth in a kindly way. Those who are close to her always praise her. Many women succeed and do ordinary and outstanding things, but you, Adrienne, surpass them all. You are charming and wise, and all of us gathered here this evening value you for who you are and the work you do to make a difference in our world, especially through your generous support of Mercy Housing. I have known Adrienne for over 30 years, and I'm proud to call her a friend, a mentor, a woman of conviction, courage, always willing to go that extra mile. As a sister of Mercy, I thank you for your loyalty and humility, and I'm honored and privileged to present you with this prestigious Guardian Angel Award. Thank you, Adrienne, for being an angel to me and to so many other people, especially to Mercy Housing. So please come forward.
Yes, you make me laugh. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Wow. It's quite overwhelming. And as Doug mentioned, just looking out at everyone, this is a huge group, and what an incredible occasion celebrating Mercy Housing's 40th anniversary. This is just spectacular. I am so honored to be here, and thank you, Sheila, for your very, very kind words. I treasure you, and I treasure our friendship. Boy, this is just overwhelming. And I'd like to thank Patricia for her kind words, and also Brian. Oh, just lovely introductions, my goodness. And I also want to thank the Sisters of Mercy and all of the women religious on whose boards I've served. It's just been a wonderful experience, and it's been decades, actually, and it's just been wonderful. I also obviously want to thank Mercy Housing. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to be associated with an organization that makes such a profound difference in the lives of so many individuals and communities. It's just been such a privilege. And I just thank you so much for this recognition this evening. I am just absolutely so proud to be associated with this organization. And I just have to say that you've enriched my life so much, and I think you've just made me a much better person. So thank you so much, everyone. Oh, this is lovely.
Congratulations, Adrienne. That is so well deserved. And you know, when you first announced it, I just couldn't help thinking, yo, Adrienne! Yo, Adrienne! We did it! Great job. We appreciate you, Adrienne. Please keep up the great work. It's awesome. Okay, next up, Ms. Vanessa Rodriguez, Commercial Real Estate Relationship Manager at Wells Fargo Bank. Please welcome Vanessa. Hi there.
Thank you for hooking me up.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. Kind of get a 2-for-1 here. I'll be able to tell my daughter when she arrives in early November that she's already attended her first gala and had her first public speaking engagement. So talk about getting a leg up. She can hear all of you, so that's great. But to the task at hand, I'm Vanessa Rodriguez. I run our community lending and investment group at Wells Fargo Bank. I just want to start talking about Mercy Housing. They're certainly one of the most influential and impactful developers of affordable housing in the nation. That's because it's more than just housing for them. It's about building communities. These communities are places where people, all kinds of people, veterans, seniors, families, formerly homeless, are able to thrive because they live in quality, safe, affordable housing, and they are supported by resident services that boost opportunities for good health, education, and careers. I believe I heard this directly from Mercy, but they believe the work starts, not ends, when a family first moves into their new home. Mercy's mission-driven focus on expanding opportunity with affordable homes and strong communities is closely aligned with the vision and values of Wells Fargo. And because of that alignment, we've had a long-standing and deep partnership with them that spans over 25 years. This partnership is nationwide, throughout California, the Northwest, Midwest, and now even the East Coast. We've financed 45 housing projects with Mercy, totaling over 3,200 units of affordable housing, which is pretty amazing. A great example of our partnership is their Sunnydale Block 6 project, which is part of a major overhaul of the Sunnydale Public Housing project in the city of San Francisco under its HOPE SF initiative. This initiative is a program to revitalize severely distressed public housing communities, and we were honored to work with Mercy on it. Our affordable housing teams, community lending and investment, and our multifamily agency capital group collaborated to close on $219 million of equity, construction debt, and permanent finance for this project. We're really excited to be a part of it. In addition to its inspiring commitment to mission, Mercy is a relentless innovator, and they're constantly seeking effective strategies for more affordable homes that can advance opportunity for more people around the nation. And we're proud to have had the chance to support Mercy in advancing its innovations. In 2021, Wells Fargo awarded Mercy more than $2 million in grants and patient capital to launch to support the launch of its California Land Acquisition Fund. This was a creative model for increasing access to development sites in high-cost communities that Wells Fargo envisions could be emulated by many other mission-driven developers across the country. So just an example of where Mercy's doing things different. We've had a long history at Wells Fargo of being a leader in the affordable housing sector, and we have one of the largest affordable housing footprints in the nation. We're committed to providing critical financial solutions to access housing in cities across the country and assist in neighborhood revitalization, and we continue to remain committed to providing financial support for more and improved affordable housing options. We believe everyone should have a quality, affordable place to call home, which is the foundation for wellness, dignity, and economic opportunity. As the housing affordability crisis unfortunately just continues to deepen and expand, we will continue to be a reliable partner in delivering capital that meets the needs and creativity of leaders like Mercy Housing, and to realize the shared goals of our two institutions. Congratulations to Mercy on 40 years. Thank you for allowing Wells Fargo to be part of tonight. And without further ado, please take a look at the screen for a video of our second awardee. Thank you.
Usually first impressions are quite memorable, and Lloyd certainly was. Lloyd has this booming voice, and so when you walk into a room, you know where Lloyd is. But he has this graciousness about him and this warmth that when Lloyd interacts with you, you feel like you're the only person in the room, and you want to be a part of his team.
And many people wouldn't say this, but I will. He has a certain sense of humility about himself. He does have a good sense of humor.
I think in another life, Lloyd was probably a stand-up comic. You know, Lloyd and I worked together for just years, and he's a delight to work with. I love Lloyd. He just brings his personality and just who he is as a person to the job. But he's extremely articulate. He is one of the top healthcare executives in the country. And Lloyd didn't want to just achieve his goals. He always had to exceed his goals, and he did.
And he also understands the dignity of every person. But he's a person who remembers his tough times and doesn't think they are worth having everybody have to replicate. And that's a very important thing. He doesn't want people to have to do that.
And what has really, been a part of my passion for healthcare is the product of how I grew up, because I grew up in a community, in an environment where there was no access to healthcare within my communities.
Lloyd's a natural, in terms of his ability to advocate for people who are disenfranchised. I think one of Lloyd's greatest accomplishment is the creation of Common Spirit Health. And he recognized that unless we change oppressive systems, that we're not going to truly be able to address the healthcare needs of our communities. And I think Lloyd knows that quite well.
What I've tried to do, and what I've been blessed to be in leadership of the ministries that I've dedicated my life to, I've been able to be a voice calling to speak to the importance of affordable housing.
He's been able to use his position as CEO of major Catholic systems to advance social justice, and not the least of which was as an important external advisor for 8 years to President Barack Obama, and helping the president, along with other key leaders in Congress, get the Affordable Care Act across the plate, which was huge and continues to be a huge accomplishment.
Lloyd was as outspoken and crystal clear on the importance of health equity for everyone. There was never a voice any clearer on the importance of it and what it meant in the lives of people every day than Lloyd.
Affordable housing is key to the survival and the strength of a community. And that led us to this partnership with Mercy Housing for Catholic Healthcare. It was a calling that we needed to expand and to be a part of. And we can't create a dynamic of the haves and the have-nots, because we know that what a lack of housing or people living on the streets, we know the problems that creates for the individuals' health, but also for the safety and the effectiveness of communities. That gift that Mercy Housing has given and continues to give by advocating for, but also helping come to life housing and different types of housing to meet the specific needs of different types of communities, is to me one of the ultimate demonstrations of kindness.
Whoa, am I glad to be here tonight. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be in a room full of people You know, it's been a long few years. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jane Graff, and thank you. I am the retired CEO, wedged in between Sister Lillian Murphy and Ismael Guerrero, and a really great place to be, you know, wedged between the two of them. I'm really honored to be here tonight at this podium to recognize the phenomenal contribution to my friend and colleague, Lloyd Dean. And you know, most of you realize that Lloyd isn't here with us tonight, and I so wish he could have been here in person, and I'm hoping that he's out there listening to this on a Zoom. He made a valiant effort, but in the end, he made the right choice. And I know, and I'm hoping he's listening on Zoom. And Lloyd, if you are, I hope you can feel the love and the admiration coming through the wires, because it's there. You know, many of you probably did not know Lloyd until you saw this video tribute for the first time tonight. And I think you would all agree that Lloyd, wherever you are out there, you are one big deal. Your capacity to, it's really the truth, your capacity to inspire, envision a better world, and never waver from the almost impossible task in front of you has always been an inspiration to all of us, and to me in particular. When Lloyd came to San Francisco in the year 2000, he immediately became involved with Mercy Housing. He joined the board of Mercy Housing California. He chaired our capital campaign. That is not an easy thing to do. And of course, he became a personal donor. Lloyd, I know you had many choices of where you could spend your volunteer time, and you wisely chose Mercy Housing. You guided Catholic Healthcare West at that time, then Dignity Housing, and now Common Spirit, to become a leader in the housing and healthcare world that defines affordable housing and healthcare industry today. You always understood the connection. It was in your bones. You never needed to be convinced. I personally appreciated your partnership, and our two industries benefited. Lloyd, you have always been a visionary, and your support of the work of Mercy Housing has been instrumental in building the organization to who we are today. I will be forever grateful to you for leveraging the strength of the Catholic healthcare world to support affordable housing across this country. I can think of no one, not a single person, who deserves this award, the Dignity Award, to honor a lifetime commitment of advocating for health and housing equity and dignity for all people. Congratulations to you, Lloyd, my friend.
Thank you, Jane, for that wonderful introduction. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there in person with you tonight. Unfortunately, my wife is experiencing some medical issues, but I definitely am with you in spirit. I also can't express how truly honored and humbled I am to receive this award, because Mercy Housing's mission is very personal to me. Growing up in a family of 9 children with my father experiencing unemployment throughout my childhood, I know firsthand about the anxiety and the feelings of being homeless. In June 2000, I came to San Francisco to take the helm of Catholic Healthcare West. And when Mercy Housing contacted me, I immediately became involved as a board member, a private donor, and a volunteer fundraiser. I saw the potential of 2 independent but complementary service organizations operating with the highest integrity, committed to the core values of respect, justice, and mercy to address housing and healthcare. In the community I grew up in, medical care was just not available. We didn't have access to doctors or dentists. In my family, our father was the dentist. I laugh about it because can you imagine having your tooth removed without any numbing or pain medicine? And that's before and after having the tooth removed. Take it from me, that was not a pleasant experience, to say it lightly. My first medical physical was in high school when I tried out for football. That's first physical when I was already a teenager. My son, when he was 5, had a doctor's file almost an inch thick, recording all of his vaccination shots, colds, and sore throats. But I've had the privilege to watch Mercy Housing grow to be the nationwide organization taking on the most difficult housing challenges, supporting those that need it the most, but never wavering from its mission. First, under the astute and dedicated leadership of Sister Lillian Murphy and Jane Grant, to the visionary hands of Ismael Guerrero. I feel like a proud father, or at least a proud uncle. I thank the Lord for Mercy Housing's perseverance to recognize that housing is a basic need to which all people should have access. And I thank Mercy Housing for honoring me with this Dignity Award. From the bottom of my heart, I say to each and every one of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless you all, and everyone, please enjoy the rest of your evening.
Congratulations, Lloyd. If you were watching, hey, everybody is cheering for you, man. We love you. Thank you for the great work that you do. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of things that are about to happen. One, we're going to meet a family that is a Mercy Housing, they're Mercy Housing residents, and they're amazing performers. So we're going to meet them, and they're going to perform. And then immediately after that, we're going to do a paddle raiser so you can get your mind right. You've heard what this is about. You've heard the impact that Mercy Housing has. In a moment, we're going to have a chance for all of us to get involved to make a difference. But right now, I want to introduce an amazing family. It's the Curtis Family C-Notes. They're a multi-talented and gifted family band made up of a mother, father, and their 5 children. The youngest child is 12, the oldest is 18. They're residents of a Mercy Housing property in San Francisco. The family and their music are influenced heavily by the 60s and 70s. They performed for the Golden State Warriors, the San Francisco Giants, competed on America's Got Talent. Maestro Curtis, who is Papa C, was a child prodigy mentored by Maurice White, lead vocalist of Earth, Wind, and Fire. As an adult, Maestro became a world-renowned musician, producer, teacher, and author. Wife and mother Nola, Mama C, is a gifted vocalist, musician, teacher, and performer in her own right. She's enjoyed both local success and national success, performed for dignitaries all over the world. So please give a warm welcome to Papa C, Mama C, Zahara, Nile, Isis, Kiki, and Phoenix. Oh, sorry, didn't we see you? Good to see you. All right. Are we good here? We're good. I'm going to stand right over here. Okay, so tell us about your journey. You guys live in Mercy Housing homes. Tell us about your journey to there.
Oh, you start.
You want me to start?
Yeah, I want you to start.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank Mercy Housing for existing for people. You know, when I just heard that last interview, it touched home because we were a family living in our own home. And when the housing crisis took place, we lost our home. And Mercy Housing stepped in, and we're so grateful. We've been able to do some tremendous things as a result of what Mercy Housing has done in this country. And so, you know, we're honored to be here. I'm going to let my wife talk because they call me the preacher, so I'll just talk.
Well, hi. We were homeless for a year and a half, all of us. So when there's a certain, it feels like you're slowly drowning. We lost our home, and we started going through our savings. It just felt like a blink of an eye, and things that were supposed to come through weren't coming through. And grateful is not even the word. There's not even a word for it. Mercy Housing in our particular building has been doing wonderful things in terms of making a community. I heard Miss Adrienne, who was honored earlier, she talked about creating communities. And that's exactly what we've been experiencing. And we have the best neighbors. They've never called the cops on us for making too much noise. So, yeah.
Yeah, talk to me about the stability of, you know, going a year and a half homeless, the 7 of you, and then to suddenly have stability. What has that meant for your family?
Well, I guess, you want to say something?
She remembers. Speaking to the mic.
So,
you were 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just jump in. Stability, you know, when you're displaced like that, in the way that we were, you know, one thing about us is we never gave up hope, ever, because of our deep faith, because of our belief in each other. And when you're in those situations, sometimes you can't see what's out there available for you because you're so immersed in what you're having to do to survive every day. But that light at the end of the tunnel was, you know, when someone said to us, "Well, have you heard of Mercy Housing?" I said, "Mercy Housing, what is that?" And when we went down that rabbit hole, we found out, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on with Mercy Housing and what they've been doing for people. What we love about the stability of it is, you know, anytime you have your own domicile, your own place, you know, they say home is where the heart is. When you can find a place that you can create and make your own home out of, it creates that stability because it allows you to feel like there's solid ground under you, and now I can rebuild, or I can build, and I can move forward. And so when you talk about stability, that you know, having a house is everything. You know what I mean? So it's so, there are no words to really describe the feeling and the sense of self-pride that it reinstates in one, to be able to have something that you can call your own, and then you can say, okay, this is your room, now we can do the things that we do. The stability of it all was we took our children out of school and we homeschooled. Both my wife and I are educators. I have a PhD in education. My wife has a bachelor's degree in business management. And so we were able to take those experiences and begin to look at how we were going to rethink how we were going to move forward. Now, you can't rethink if you're on the streets. You can't rethink if you're living in a tent, or you're worried about someone breaking in a car that you're sleeping in. So when you talk about stability, oh yeah. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I want to ask Mama C.
I'm crying, sorry.
We've got about a minute 45 because we want to hear you guys perform. He talked about, you know, you never lost your belief in God, you never lost your belief in each other. What did it feel like when Mercy Housing stepped into your life and demonstrated that they believed in you?
Well, what was great was America's Got Talent, which they would have to come to our home, or we would have to submit videos of apartment, and we would have to ask permission, like, is this okay? And our office managers were they made themselves available, and everyone in the building, even our neighbors, they were excited for us. And what I loved about it was, if we needed anything, oh, you know what, I'm going to make sure that the production has parking spaces in the garage. Like, they were just giving us so much support. But even beyond the show, we didn't go far, and we made it to the next round. As soon as when we got back home, they were just showing us so much love, and they wanted to keep boosting our confidence. And so when they found out that we would be here, to me, it was like, whoa, that's a bigger deal than even getting on the show. Yeah, it was great.
That's wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Curtis family C notes. They're going to perform right now, just for a little bit, and they're going to perform again later at the end of the evening. But we can't wait to hear what you're going to deliver.
Thank you.
Okay. While we are setting up, thank you all for having us. And please give yourselves a round of applause. So looking good. Look at y'all. Looking good. And I have to say, we have one of our biggest fans. They came here all the way from San Francisco. Renee Hutchins is in the audience, San Francisco. But there are other people in the house from San Francisco. Can y'all make some noise? Oh! Yes. Oh, awesome. So Renee, she's the president of our fan club. So when she found out that we were going to be here, she dropped everything, made sure that she was in the building. Amen. So Renee, give it up for our fan club president, Renee. All right. So as you know, being from San Francisco, we've got some legends that came out of that town. We've like Sly and the Family Stone, Larry Graham and Graham Central Station. Help me out.
Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. Doobie Brothers. Creedence Clearwater.
Journey.
Journey?
Journey.
Just kidding. We love Steve Perry. Yeah, no. We've been waiting.
We're going to start with this song by a Bay Area legend by the name of Mr. Larry Graham. Graham Central Station.
Faster. Count it up.
1, 2, 3.
We've been waiting for so long, waiting to sing for you some of our songs. We've been waiting for so long.
Speak it up.
We want to sing for you some of our songs.
Phoenix Curtis.
To sing for you some of our songs. We've been waiting for so long. We want to sing for you some of our songs, 'cause we've been waiting.
Wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in.
I am everyday people. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with the fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes.
and you, and you, and you.
There's a lot of boom.
Come on. Check this song out. Come on. Now, y'all know the song Sweet Home Alabama. Well, we saying Sweet Home Colorado. We in Colorado, y'all. Come on, y'all. We want y'all to say it with a little bit like this. Here we go.
Sweet home Colorado, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Colorado, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Colorado, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Colorado, I was made. Lord, I'm coming home to you.
This song. Tell them about it, honey.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you saw us on America's Got Talent, you heard us do this.
Shoes and short tails, no wore pigtails. I know love her even then.
You know it's confidence approved. I'm on the boot, and they told them time and time again. She said I was made to love him, but my world all around him, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. She said I was made to love him, but my world all around him, yeah, yeah.
Thank y'all. We'll be back.
Well, give it up for the Curtis family C notes. All right, that's amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Can't wait to hear more of that coming up here in just a few minutes. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the time in our program where we can all get involved to make a difference. Thank you there, Travis. Appreciate that. We can all get involved to make a difference for Mercy Housing and the families that they support. We're going to do a paddle raiser, and each of you was issued a paddle when you came in. Could we ask all of you to hold those up? Let's pick some pictures and put on social media just to show how much fun we're having here. It doesn't cost you anything at the moment. Just raise them up high. Let me get my camera here. And while you've got them up in the air, I want you to look around the room. Look at the size of the team that we have in this room. You know, alone, any one of us can only do so much, but together as a team, we can make a big impact on Mercy Housing and the families that they support. So I hope that those of you who are watching at home, you also can make contributions through the app. I hope that each of you who just now raised your paddle will raise your paddle at least one more time tonight when you hear a level that matches your means and matches your commitment. We're going to start high, we're going to work our way down, and we hope that each of you finds a level that is meaningful to you to make a donation. And Travis, if you wouldn't mind turning those spotlights down just a little bit, I'd appreciate that. Would anyone like to start us off tonight at $30,000? Anyone want to donate $30,000 tonight? Number 275. Thank you very much. And is that Beth Mullen? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Beth. Is there anyone else who'd like to join in at the $30,000 level? Okay, $30,000. We have one person at $30,000 together as a team. We also have number 184, Jane Graff. Thank you, Jane. That's two people at $30,000. Thank you. Is there anyone else? Okay, two people at $30,000. We've so far raised $60,000 as a team. How about $25,000? And I do have a note here online. Matt Sleppen and Diane Olmstead made a gift of $25,000. Thank you very much. Anyone here want to make a gift of $25,000? Number 108, thank you. Barry Zegas, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Anyone else at $25,000? I know it's a lot of money. It's also a lot of impact. Okay, so we had $60,000 plus $25,000. That puts us at $85,000 raised so far as a team. We have a lot of team members left in the room. How about $20,000 tonight? $20,000? Anyone want to donate $20,000 tonight? Okay, let's step down another level. How about $15,000? Number 563. Thank you, sir. I just noticed a marriage on the rocks right there. She almost held up her paddle, and he tried to snatch it out of her hand. Congratulations, sir. Glad you got that paddle under control. Anyone else at $15,000? Number 100. Thank you very much. Doug Judy, we appreciate your continued commitment. Anyone else at $15,000? Okay, so we had 80, that's two people at 15, that's 30,000 on top of the 85 we had. Is that $115,000 raised so far as a team? Does that sound right? Okay. Our next level, how about $10,000 tonight? Number 190, thank you. Number 158, thank you very much. Patricia, yes, thank you. Number 129, thank you. Adrienne, yo Adrienne, we did it. Number 256, number 292. Anyone else at $10,000? How many was that? That was 5 people at $10,000. Do we have anyone else? We have online Patricia O'Rourke with $10,000. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Anyone else? All right, so that was 6 people at $10,000. That's $60,000 on top of the $115,000 we already had. We're at $175,000 raised together as a team. Our next level is $5,000, and I have 3 people here who are committed online. Tom Byers at $5,000, Ron Terwilliger at $5,000, and Priscilla Almodovar at $5,000. All right, so that's 3 people online to kick us off. Anyone else at $5,000? Number 294, number 240, number 250, number 208, number 186, number 343, number 140. Anyone else at $5,000? Number 164, number 379. Thank you, Connie. How many was that? That was 12 people at $5,000. Is there anyone else? Okay, so that was 12 people at $5,000. That's $60,000 on top of the 175 that we were at. That puts us at 135,000 or 235,000. Is that right? 235,000 raised so far as a team. How about $2,500 tonight? At $2,500, we have number 215, number 135, number 273, number 118. Thank you, Ismael. Number 239, number 230, number 315. Is that correct, sir? Number 352, number 366. Anyone else at 25? Oh, here she comes again. Now, number 563. How many was that? That was 10 people at $2,500. Do we have any more? Okay, 10 people at $2,500. That's $25,000 on top of the, where were we? 215 is. Oh, we're at 235. So now 260. 260. All right. $260,000. Our next level is $1,000. You know, we're at 260. We are so close to 300,000. Can we get there? How about at $100,000 tonight? Number 123. Thank you, Samuel. Yes, he said to reiterate, he's in for 1,000, not 40,000. Got you. Number 128, thank you. Number 192, number 307, number 260, number 364, number 198, number 395, number 187, number 396, number 293, number 384, number 145. Thank you, my bald brother. Oh, you know what? One number ago, I think I said 384. That is incorrect. It should be 348. Thank you, sir. Number 233, number 236, number 144, number 113, number 174, number 426, number 168, number 368, number 137, number 111, number 429. Oh, okay. Yes. Back there. You know what? Yell that one out. There's lights right behind you. Oh, is that 407? Okay. Number 263. Number 218. Number 391. How many was that? 28 people at $1,000. Do we have two more? Do we have two more people? Number 348 again, thank you, sir. Number 269, number 272, number 572, number 430. How many? That's 33 people at $1,000. Do we have two more? Number 104. And number 343, fantastic. That's 35 people, is $35,000. We were at 260. We're at $295,000 raised so far as a team. Our next level, we have 3 levels left, 500, 250, and 100. And I just want to say, if you came here tonight as a guest of someone and you didn't have to pay to get in, we hope you enjoyed your steak. We hope you've enjoyed learning about Mercy Housing, but most of all, we hope that you understand this organization means a lot to the person who invited you. It's the reason they support it. It's the reason they're here. We would love it if you would donate at one of our last 3 levels, 500, 250, or 100. How about it tonight at $500? Number 116, number 107, number 106, number 139, number 221, number 271, number 415, number 465, number 333, number 331, number 147, number 432, number 380, number 539, number 383, number 579, number 191, number 118, thank you, number 409, number 301, number 206, number 199, number 150, number 261, number 262, number 202, number 257, number 214, number 212, number 132, number 243. How many was that? 31 people at $500. Can we get one more? Just one more to even out our math. Number 270, thank you. So 32 people at $500, that's $16,000. On top of the $295 we already had, we're at $311,000 raised so far as a team. $250 tonight. How about it? $250, number 398, number 201, number 209, number 126, number 204, number 405, number 402, number 397, number 296, number 345, number 236, number 577, number 330, number 531, is that correct all the way back there? Number 336, number 419, number 103. Anyone else at $250? How many? 17 people at $250. That's $4,250. We need 3 more people. Do we have 3 people at 200? Number 347, thank you. Number 343, again, thank you. Number 189, thank you. Number 346, thank you. That's 21 people, so 5,250. Could we get 3 more people? Do we have 3 more people at 250? Number 154, thank you. How about 2 more people? Number 129, thank you again. Yo, Adrien, we did it. And number 173, thank you. So that's 6,000 at that level. Plus, where were we? 311? So we're at $317,000 raised together as a team. Our final level tonight is $100. Every 10 people is another $1,000 from Mercy Housing. How about it at $100 tonight? Number 558, number 538, number 320, number 376, number 264, number 267, number 578, number 318, number 287, number 197, number 193, number 195, number 207, number 120. Thank you, sister. Anyone else at $100? How many was that? 14 people. Number 299, that's what I'm talking about. Right on time. Number 313. Oh, you're just a troublemaker. That put us at 16 people. I got you. Could we get 4 more? Number 205, number 577, number 173 again, number 236, thank you, number 338, thank you. That puts us at 21. Number 112, thank you. That's 22 people. Is there anyone else at $100? Oh, there we go. Number 458. Is that right? Okay. Number 317. And we need 1 more. 1 more. Number 215. There we go. That was 25 people. That's $2,500. On top of that, I forgot where we were. $319,500. Is there anybody who'd just like to donate $500 to get us to $320,000 raised together as a team? Number 108. Thank you. Barry, you continue to amaze. $320,000 raised together as a team. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so I say thank you on behalf of Mercy Housing, and I know all of the staff and the leadership here says thank you, but no one says thank you quite the way children do. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Mercy Housing. Thank you to our sponsors and donors. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, look what we have here. The lovely, the talented, the amazing, the beautiful Sister Pat. Please, it's all you.
Good evening. So, an awesome evening? Absolutely. So the Curtis family and so many before them are why Women Religious began Mercy Housing with a clear mission to create affordable housing, to manage housing, provide residential services, and initiate creative ways of financing our housing efforts while helping other organizations to do likewise. Early in our story, we recognized the wisdom and the need to partner with extraordinary lay colleagues like Adrienne Crowe and Lloyd Dean, as well as with other service organizations, especially our healthcare ministries. But the initial momentum for Women Religious was and continues to be about the people, our residents. In the early 1980s, Sister Timothy, now Patricia O'Rourke, $10,000 donor, legal aid attorney in Omaha, witnessed injustices in housing practices as well as deplorable settings in housing for families, individuals, and seniors. And the mantra became, "We can do better." Thus, the Sisters of Mercy of Omaha began Mercy Housing. We were blessed by the founding energy of Sister Therese Tracy, the visionary and sustaining energy of Sister Lillian Murphy, and the dogged, we can do better energy of Jane Graff. And now we are blessed by Ismael Guerrero in his leadership. In those early years, the Sisters of Mercy of Burlingame, California, and the Sisters of Mercy of Auburn, California, joined us as sponsors. And the focus remained, resident services are a significant path for changing lives. And so as the years and the decades passed, congregations of women religious seeking to use their voices, their governance skills, their financial resources, chose to become part of Mercy Housing. Each congregation reaffirming that services for residents is crucial for changing lives. The vision for 40 years has been about creating hope for our residents. And so now, on behalf of the founding members of Mercy Housing, the Daughters of Charity, Province of St. Louis, the Daughters of Charity, Province of the West, the Sisters of Bon Secours, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Orange, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace, and the Sisters of Mercy of the Americas, it is wonderful to introduce you to another discerning and extremely generous group of women religious who are committed to keeping hope alive for our residents. Please welcome Sister Alice Waters, current leader of the U.S. region of the Congregation of the Sisters of Mercy of Ireland, and her predecessor, Sister Susan DeGede, to hear their story.
Well, now that you know my name and you know from whence I reign, there went my first two sentences, okay? I wish to speak to you, short speak, but I'm going to ask you to listen in a special way. Would you please listen with the ear of your heart? The compassion and the mercy gathered here in this room is overwhelming. I am so happy to make, I believe the count was a bit over 500 new best friends. So I thank you. I promise you prayer for the rest of my days, and I will let Sister Susan talk to you about some of the specifics, okay?
Thanks, Alice. It's quite amazing to look out and see all of you. And I think the two of us could probably be as tall as Jesse up here if you put us shoulder to shoulder. But anyway, we just want to tell a little bit about our story. We have been discerning our future here, as many religious congregations are doing all the time. And we went from a group of about 200, whose founders were from different dioceses in Ireland, and sent sisters over to the USA. So we have been 67 years in the USA in about 12 states from 18 different dioceses in Ireland. In 1995, we became one group called the Province of the U.S. Mercies, and just this past 2019, April, we are now a region. And why is that? Well, one thing is our numbers are going down. Many members returned to Ireland. They came as missionaries to the U.S., and they wanted to return home. There's only 3 of us in our group that are American, and then the rest of the 8 are Irish-born. Some have entered eternal retirement with God, so they're praying for us. But we kept asking ourselves, how could we leave a lasting legacy to the USA after we are all gone? The American people have been so good to us. We have done so well with everything that we wanted to put our money somewhere where it would continue to grow. In 2017, we took a bold step to decide where we would like our treasures to go. And just an aside, where has our treasure come from? It's come from the generosity of you, the American people. It's come from good stewardship between our sisters and our advisors. It's also come from a way of living simply, but always being able to support each other and support others. Also, we didn't own any schools, any hospitals, any institutions. I mean, we were blessed in that way, so we never had those headaches. At the same time, we could be supportive to those who do, and I hope we do. I know myself and Sister Mary Gallagher worked in Mercy Hospital in San Diego as chaplains, so there is a real bond between us all. So we decided to start a fund called the Ministry Legacy Fund. So we began to look at Mercy Housing, and there were 2 really positives among all the other positives. The first thing was all the different variety of ministries that are done under Mercy Housing, the education, the healthcare, the education, the preschool care, all that, taking care of the homeless. These were things different sisters all over had a passion for. And the second real reason was it was not geography bound. Because we were in 12 different states, we didn't want to put all our nest eggs in California or in Florida. So we said, this is great because it's all over the country. So we met with Sister Lillian and with Jane, spoke with them, and asked them questions. Also during this time, we decided that we were going to transfer our loan of $25,000 to the Mercy Housing Finance piece, and we made it a gift. Then we began to look at what would be possible for us to give as a sizable donation over the next few years. This was in 2017-18. We said $10 million. Sounds amazing. To me, it's just like Monopoly. That's, what's $10 million? I haven't a clue. It could be Monopoly money, but that's how it feels. But God has been so good to us. And the funny thing, or I suppose the gift of God to us, is as we gave out more, it kept growing. It still kept growing. So we said, really, we have to act on this. So we also met with Ishmael, and we did the final negotiations with him the last year. And instead of just giving a certain amount every few years as we'd been doing, we decided that we'd finish out our commitment, and that we did this past December. Or was it December? Okay. So we're just so happy to be able to give from our heart and to continue the charism of the Mercy Sisters. We're all the one family of mercy. And it's just, as some have said already, there aren't words to describe what we see of the goodness and all that's happening. But I just want to share with you one little story from Kenya. For 6 years, I was on our leadership team in Ireland, and I went to Kenya. I was a link to the Kenyan province. And I went with Sister Selina, one of our Kenyan sisters, and we drove up north to the Turkana region of Kenya, which borders Somalia and Ethiopia. And we went to this small town called Lodwar. And while there, Sister Selina said to me, there's a street, or it's not really a street, just a dirt road. There's a dirt road over there called California. Oh, I said, that's great. I'll have to go see California. So I went, and of course, it was very, very poor. The poverty in Kenya is very poor. I had worked in Peru, so I could tell the difference. Anyway, I came to a group of women, and they were all tall and stately, the Maasai women. And they had big earrings, and they had things around their neck, and they were in bright-colored cloth and shawls and everything. So I thought, I better say something to them. What am I going to say? So I looked at them, and I looked around, and I said, "You're so tall, and I'm so short." I said, I'll say it again. They might get it. "You're so tall, and I'm so short." I tried one more time. "You're so tall, and I'm so short." And they broke out in this tremendous clapping and smiles and everything. I said to Selina, "What did I say?" She said, "They're thanking you because you asked for the blessing of heaven to come down on them." So God be praised. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those stories, Sister Susan. That was great. Well, hello, everybody. Ismael Guerrero here, the CEO of Mercy Housing. Apologies, I've been talking a lot today, so my voice is a little hoarse. Can you please join me one more time in giving such a thank you, show our gratitude to the Sisters of Mercy U.S. region. And Sister Pat, thank you for such a beautiful reminder of how Mercy Housing was started. Sister Alice, Sister Susan, on behalf of Mercy Housing and all of our residents who call Mercy Housing home, thank you for entrusting us with your treasures as you have. When we received the call, the Board of Trustees, our staff leaders, we thought long and hard about what was the best way to honor this legacy and this gift that we were just given. And as we had been leaning into this celebration of 40 years of Mercy Housing, we thought, what better way than to think about the next 40 years and what we could do going forward, because our work isn't done, and our families, communities need us probably more than ever. So our decision was to use this gift to establish our first ever Mercy Housing endowment with the $5 million gift that we got in December. I remember cashing the check, so it was definitely December. The Mercy Housing endowment is going to preserve that initial gift, and it's going to support resident services and programs just from the earnings, the interest earnings that come off of that. And for the congregation of the Sisters of Mercy U.S. region, your gift will be that it's going to keep on giving for the next 40 years and beyond that as well. And we plan to leverage that, obviously, with inviting others to make contributions to the endowment, and we hope to grow it to $25 million and beyond, so we can have that permanent source of funding for the resident programs, for all the great testimonials and stories you heard here today. So thank you for planting that seed for the future. And yes. And so while I finally got the mic up here, let me give my personal thanks as the CEO of Mercy Housing. as we close out the program, it gives me a chance to thank all of our sponsors. You've heard from them tonight. They're in your program. Without your continued leadership, support, and partnership, we would not be able to do the work that we're doing. Thank you to all of our friends, familiar friends, new friends, the 500 friends we made today who've traveled from all over the country to be here with us tonight. We really appreciate your fellowship, your community, and we look forward to continue to be able to meet in person like this going forward now. It's so amazing. Thank you to our magnificent co-chairs who are sitting right here, Barry Zegas, Doug Judy, for making this happen, and the entire steering committee. You have their names in the program, so please, if you know them, thank them. They put in the hours, they lent their names, they helped reach out to all of you and to those of you who know us and those who don't know us to make sure that this was the successful event that we knew we wanted to be. And I know the steering committee wouldn't be happy with me if we didn't call out our fearless leader on the steering committee, Connie Rule, who loves to hide in the shadows. There you go. Amazing evening, and Connie and her team put on a great show, but really over the last several months led this effort, which has been such a success. So finally, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank everybody who just participated with Reggie, especially those last two people at every turn. But thank you for your generosity tonight. It really makes a difference. It makes a big impact in the work that we're doing. And finally, I'm honored, as I said, as the CEO here, to be the CEO of this amazing organization, but more importantly, to be the CEO of this amazing team of people who make amazing things happen. So thank you to everybody here, all the staff, all of our alumni who are here tonight. It's really great to be here celebrating with you. And with that, I'm going to call Reggie back up so he can close us out. Can't wait to hear the C notes play another round. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm going to invite the C-Notes, come on up here and get set up. So we are about to close things out. I want to make a small correction. We actually raised more money than we reported just now, because we ended up, what was our number, like 320. That was our number, 320. Well, if you recall, we had two people at 30,000, and then we had two people at 25,000. I said 60,000 plus 25 is 85,000, if you recall that. Well, I only counted one of those $25,000 gifts. So we're $25,000 better. We listen to the recording, it's $345,000. Thank you. To the sisters, I say you are adorable. Every time I see you, it just makes me love you a little bit more. And thank you for all that you've done for Mercy Housing. We appreciate you. These centerpieces, please take the centerpieces home with you to decide however you'd like, by blood sport or just by negotiation at your table. And the caterers asked me to clarify for all the Raiders fans in the room, just in case, the centerpiece is the flower and the vase that it's in. It's not the tablecloth. It's not the linens, it's not the plates, it's not anything else. It is the flower and the vase that it's in. Hey, the C-Notes are going to start playing. You're welcome to hang out, dance, and enjoy, socialize with your friends. We appreciate you being here. We will see you all next year.
All right, before we start playing, I would like to say something. We are unapologetically a family band. Not just the siblings, not just the parents. We are unapologetically a family band.
Yeah. With mom and dad.
Yeah. And as a family band, we are trying to get a tour bus. Woo! So if you can, please do, actually.
Okay.
Please
all
do.
right.
No. Let me do it. Please go to www.thecurtisfamily.com to buy a commemorative
That was the wrong website. It's thecurtisfamilycnotes.com.
It's www.
Yeah, they don't need that. Okay, thank you, Isis. Give it up for Isis, please. In June, on the year anniversary of our first appearance on America's Got Talent, we released our album, Awaken, and it was a feat, and we were so honored. Our mayor came out, Mayor London Breed came out to our CD release party, and we had a blast, and the children are having fun living the life of rock stars to be. No, just kidding. But yeah, thank you so much again for having us. And while Zahara is tuning up, I did want to let you know that all of us on stage are multi-instrumentalists. Papa C plays everything, and you see Zahara is warming up on her violin. Isis also plays piano and ukulele and kalimba. Kiki is our left-handed guitarist. She also plays piano. Niles, bassist, the bass man, also knows piano. Phoenix, she plays bass, drums, guitar. She sings, and she plays the piano. Amen? So, let's give it up for these babies. All right. Let's go.
We're going to go back to the Bay Area. The year was 1969. I think they called it the Summer of Love. And I know some of y'all were there, weren't you? If you were at the Summer, I see some heads shaking in here. I see some eyebrows raising on. Yeah, I remember those days. This song that we're going to do is a Sly Stone song, composition. If you get a chance, check us out. Go to the Curtis Family. C-Notes.com.
Okay.
Check out what we've been doing. A lot of what we've been doing is the result of us living in Mercy housing. We couldn't have gotten where we got to without it. In fact, we got discovered on America's Got Talent, J.C. Penney's commercial and all this stuff while doing a Monday Night Live in our apartment. We still do it. We've been doing it. We did it for the pandemic.
Yeah.
For those that needed to hear something for their hearts, because people were having a hard time, being sequestered and dealing with the pandemic. And so we've gotten a lot out of what Mercy Housing has given us.
That's right.
And so we want to give it up. We're also being vetted for our own television show. We didn't say that yet, so 3 networks. So we'll see how that plays out.
Come on, darling.
Some bottom so that the dancers just won't hide.
sings lead on this song. Come on, Isis.
When she's 10 feet tall, and if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em all the smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she was just small. When the man on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low, go ask Alice. I think she'll know. When logic and proportion has fallen, so be dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head. Remember what the dormouse said. Feed your head. Feed your
Oh, still going? How many of y'all remember moving your hands like this when y'all were in the park? I ain't saying y'all were smoking anything. Give it up for Isis Curtis singing lead. Zahara Curtis on violin.
Makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall, and if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em all who come smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Call Alice when she was just small. When the man on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low, go ask Alice. I think she'll know. When logic and proportion has fallen, so be dead,
From our album, this is our song off of our album. It's called Just Reminiscing.
Just reminiscing, missing the way it used to be. Just reminiscing, missing the way it used to be.
Come on, Zah.
Back, way back in the day, life was sweet around the way, yeah. We danced and we sang and we marched and prayed. Felt the beat in our souls, our bodies swayed. Through the music we found our groove.
To the rhythm of change,
the rhythm of change, and you. The message was so strong that it touched more than a few.
Listen real hard to the freedom drum. We dance to the rhythm.
Just reminiscing, the way it used to be. Just reminiscing, the way it used to be. Back, way back in the day. Life was sweet around the way.
And we danced and we sang and we marched and we prayed.
dance the rhythm of soul.
Our young bodies sway.
Through the music we found our groove.
Rock steady, pop knocking, you know it can move. Kept the rhythm of change.
The rhythm of change.
Back to
change. The message was so strong that it still rings true. More than a few.
Keep on rocking to the freedom drum.
Stay in time, stay in rhythm. Hey, we'll dance.
Reminiscing.
Hey, the way it used to be. Just reminiscing.
Come on, babe. Just reminiscing how it used to be.
Just reminiscing.
Thank you. Thank you.
This last song that we're going to do is a song called Love is Where You Go, Love is What You Do.
Yeah.
We wrote this song
I got it free.
during the pandemic because there was so much disparity going on during that time. And when we reached out to many people, they got back to us and they told us how inspirational we had been to them. So we wanted to do something special for people who were out there despondent, depressed, people thinking about suicide. And we told them, hold on, look inside yourselves, because love is on the way. And every day that you look in that mirror, say to yourself, I love you. Because before you can say you love anyone else, you gotta love you. I believe the good book says charity starts at home and then spreads abroad, right?
Amen.
So before you can love someone, understand love is where you go, inside of you.
Amen.
guitar.
Where do you go when you're feeling low? What do you do when you're all alone? When it seems like the weight of the world is bearing down on your shoulder, remind yourself you were created divine, filled with love flowing over. Let nothing and no one rob you of your truth. Believe and see the light in you. And you can always speak your truth. Speak your truth. That's where you go when you're feeling low. That's what you do when you're all alone. When you shine your light on the world, you share the love that lives within you. Despite what you may go through, trust that love will see you through. Let nothing and no one rob you of your truth. Believe and see the light in you. So you can speak your truth. Where do you go? When you're feeling low? What do you do when you? What do you do? Feeling low. When you're all alone. What it's all about. All about love. Where you go? All about love. It's all about love. All about love. When you're all about love. Search deep inside. Where you go and find the secrets that will lay your mind. What you do when you're all alone. Believe it's believe that you can make it through. The answer is in you. Love is what you do when your love is in you. God is in you. Love's where you go when you're feeling low. Love is what you do when you're all alone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are the Curtis family, C Notes. Again,
Thank you,
Mercy
Connie.
Housing. Connie.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Mercy Housing, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Connie, you want to say something?